Hi everyone, I'm Sujini, faculty in physics at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss about Bravais lattice and different crystal systems. So the topics today will be Bravais lattice. We are going to discuss about 14 Bravais lattices and 7 crystal systems. So before going into Bravais lattice, we'll first try to understand what a lattice is. Lattice always denotes the position of atoms in a crystal. When we are talking about a lattice point, if you take a crystal, these are the lattice points in a crystal. These lattice points always denote the position of atoms in a crystal. Now, when it comes to space lattice, it is the lattice or the skeleton upon which the crystal structure is built. How the crystal structure is built? We take the skeleton and we place the atoms at the lattice points. Why we do this is the study of the crystal structure becomes very simple when we are representing it with the help of a space lattice. Now, coming to the Bravais lattice, Bravais is the name of the scientist who introduced the concept of space lattice to study crystal structures. So, we are going to use this concept to study the crystal structures. A three-dimensional space is generated by repeated translations of three coplanar vectors. And what one would expect is that many lattices will be generated in 3 dimensions with different primitive and non-primitive cells. So, we will first try to understand what is primitive and what is non-primitive. Now, coming to the translational vectors, if you see this unit cell, this is a unit cell. Unit cell is nothing but the smallest geometric volume in a given crystal structure. So, when we are talking about the smallest geometric volume, the translational vectors here are A, B and C and they lie along the crystallographic axis. Now, if we see this unit cell, if I consider this is axis X, this is axis Y and this is axis Z. So, A, B and C, we call them as lattice parameters or the dimensions of the unit cell and they are called as primitives. So, A, B, C are now called the primitives. Now, when it comes to the interfacial angles, angle between B and C, that is opposite to A, we call it as alpha. Opposite to A, it is alpha and opposite to B, it is beta. And opposite to C, it is gamma. We have initially defined A, B and C, the lattice parameters, which we are also calling them as primitives. And then we will be defining the interfacial angles, alpha, beta and gamma. So, the axial lengths A, B, C and the interfacial angles alpha, beta and gamma, we are calling them as basic lattice parameters. Now, coming to the volume of a unit cell, we have already defined a unit cell whose dimensions are given by A, B and C. So, the volume of the unit cell is given by A cross B dot C. So, the volume of the space contains only one lattice point. If this volume contains only one lattice point, then we call it as primitive unit cell. And it is not necessary that every unit cell should be a primitive cell. Not necessary. They may have one or more. So, if there are two or more lattice points per unit cell, we call it as non-primitive unit cell. So, here we are defining them as primitive and non-primitive. Primitive means if there is only one lattice point per unit cell, you call it as primitive cell. When I say one lattice point, it is always the effective number of atoms per unit cell. And most of the unit cells contain 2 or more lattice points, and therefore they are called as non-primitive cells. Now, with 14 types of lattices on the basis of primitive cell and non-primitive, they are grouped into 7 systems. So now we are going to discuss about each crystal system. So what are the 7 crystal systems we have? So the first one is cubic, then we have tetragonal, then orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal and trigonal, or it is also called as rhombohedral. Now, based on the lattice parameters A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma, which we are also calling them as interfacial angles, we are going to define all these 7 crystal systems. So, the first one is cubic system. So, in cubic crystal, the crystal axes are perpendicular to one another. Means the 3 axes which we are talking about, one is X, the other one is Y and Z. These 3 axes are perpendicular to each other, means alpha, beta and gamma is equal to 90 degree. All the 3 angles are equal and they are equal to 90 degree. And the length of the primitives, that is A, B and C, are also equal. A is equal to B is equal to C. So based on this, there are 3 possible types of arrangement. In a cubic lattice, there are 3 ways we can arrange the atoms. The first one is simple cubic or cubic P. We also call it as cubic primitive P. And the second one is body centered or cubic I. Body centered is always represented by I. And the third one is face centered, which we call it as FCC or cubic F. So we have 3 types: cubic P, cubic I and cubic F. So we will see the arrangement of atoms in all these 3 types. So first one is simple cubic or cubic P lattice. So in a cubic P lattice, there will be atoms at all the 8 corners of the unit cell. Now if you see here in the diagram, this is cubic P, in which we have seen A is equal to B is equal to C. That is why we are representing all the 3 lattice parameters by A, and the angles are also equal and they are equal to 90 degree. These are the angles. Opposite to A is alpha, opposite to B is beta, and opposite to C is gamma. All the 3 angles are equal and all the 3 lattice parameters are also equal. A is equal to B equal to C. And in cubic P lattice, we have atoms at all the 8 corners. These are the 8 corners where we have the atoms. Then we call it as cubic P. Now coming to the second one, that is cubic I lattice. Cubic I is also called as body centered. Body centered means in addition to the 8 corner atoms of the cube, there will be 1 atom at the center of the body. At the center of the unit cell, there is 1 more atom. Then we call it as body centered or cubic I lattice. So this point is very important. 1 atom, in addition to all the 8 corner atoms, there is 1 atom at the center of the body. Now coming to face centered. Face centered is also called as cubic F lattice. Now if you see cubic F lattice, there are 8 atoms at all the 8 corners of the cube. These are the 8 atoms at the 8 corners of the cube, and in addition to that, there will be atoms at all the faces. So how many faces will a cube have? There are 4 faces on the sides, 1 bottom and 1 up. So 6 faces. So we will see 6 atoms on all the faces. So this is how the arrangement of atoms is in a cubic F lattice. So basically what we are trying to understand is we have taken the arrangement of atoms and we have grouped them into 7 crystal systems. And out of that, the first one is the cubic system. And in cubic system, again, we have 3 different types of arrangement. One is the simple cubic lattice, where there are atoms only at the 8 corners. And in the body center, that is cubic I, there is 1 atom at the center of the unit cell in addition to the 8 atoms at the corners. And in cubic F, we are having atoms at the center of the face also in addition to the corner atoms. Now coming to the tetragonal system. In a tetragonal cubic structure, what we see here is the crystal axes are again perpendicular. That means alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is 90 degree. All the 3 angles are equal. But the length of the edges when it comes to 2 edges are equal. A is equal to B, but it is not equal to C. The length of C is different from that of A and B. So now if we see the figure here, this is A and this is also A, because we are taking A is equal to B, but it is not equal to C. So 2 sides are equal and the third side is not equal. So based on the angles and the lattice parameters, here we have 2 possible types. What are the 2 possible types? Simple or tetragonal P we call it. And the second one is body centered, that is tetragonal I. One simple thing we have to remember here is, whenever we say simple, it is denoted by P. Whenever we say body centered, it is represented by I. So in tetragonal, now we have 2 possible arrangements. One is tetragonal P and the other is tetragonal I. So P means primitive and there will be atoms only at the corners. If you see here in tetragonal P, what we have is atoms at 8 corners of the unit cell. When it comes to body centered tetragonal, we call it as tetragonal I. So what we have in tetragonal I, in addition to the corner atoms, 8 corner atoms, there will be 1 atom at the center of the unit cell. So these are the 2 possible arrangements in tetragonal system. Now the third one is orthorhombic system. So in orthorhombic system, again, the angles are equal. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is 90. Means all the 3 angles are equal. Alpha, beta and gamma are equal and they are equal to 90 degree. But the lengths of the edges of the unit cell A, B and C, they are not equal. They are of different lengths. Then we call it as orthorhombic. So these 2 conditions with respect to the length of the edges and the angles are deciding what type of system it is. So in orthorhombic, what we are seeing, all the 3 angles are equal and they are equal to 90 degree, whereas the length of the edges are not equal. So if we see here, this is A, this is B and this is C. Even in the diagrammatic representation, we see that these lengths A, B and C are not equal. So here in orthorhombic, we have 4 types of arrangement. There are 4 possible types of arrangement. So the first one is simple or orthorhombic P. I told you P means primitive. In a primitive cell, there will be only 8 atoms at all the 8 corners of the unit cell. So these are the 8 atoms at the 8 corners of the cell. Then we call it as orthorhombic P. Next is orthorhombic C. C we have not discussed till now. What orthorhombic C denotes here is, in addition to the 8 corner atoms, there will be 2 atoms at the base. This is one base and the top face is also called base. If you are putting the cube upside down, then the bottom will become. So we call this top and this one, both are bases. If there are atoms at these 2, positions, then we call it as orthorhombic C. Then the third one is orthorhombic I. So in orthorhombic I, there will be one atom at the center of the body in addition to the 8 corner atoms. And in orthorhombic F, F again represents the face center. So 8 atoms at the corners and 6 atoms at the faces. So we need to have clarity regarding this orthorhombic C and orthorhombic F. So in F, we have 6 atoms at all the 6 faces, 4 on the sides, 1 on the top and 1 at the bottom. But whereas in C, there are no atoms on the side faces, only on the top face and the bottom face. Now coming to monoclinic system. The fourth one is monoclinic system. So in monoclinic crystals, out of the 3 crystal axes, 2 are perpendicular and the third one is not perpendicular, because all the 3 we have seen till now, the 3 interfacial angles alpha, beta and gamma are equal and they are equal to 90 degree, means they are mutually perpendicular. But in monoclinic, what we see here is alpha is equal to gamma, which is equal to 90, but it is not equal to beta. So if you see in the figure here, this is beta, which is different from that of alpha and gamma. And the length of the edges are also not equal. A is not equal to B, not equal to C. The length of the edges, A is this edge, B this edge, and C is this. So they are also not equal. So these are the 2 conditions which we have to remember for monoclinic system. A is not equal to B, not equal to C, and alpha is equal to gamma, which is equal to 90, but the other angle beta is not equal. And coming to these arrangements, there are 2 possible type of arrangements. One is monoclinic P, primitive, and then monoclinic C. P is primitive, means atoms at 8 corners of the unit cell. So whenever we have atoms only at the corners of the unit cell, we are calling it as primitive. So this is monoclinic primitive. A not equal to B, not equal to C. Alpha is equal to gamma is equal to 90, but not equal to beta. And coming to monoclinic C. So whenever we see C, it is only at the bottom face and the top face. So we have at all the 8 corners we have the atoms and 1 each at the base and the top face. So this is at the top face and this is at the bottom face. So 8 atoms at the corners and 2 atoms, 1 at the top face and 1 at the bottom face. Now coming to the 5th type, that is triclinic system. So what we see in triclinic is alpha is not equal to beta, not equal to gamma, means all the 3 angles are different and all the 3 edges are also different. The length of the edges are also different. Important condition here. In triclinic, neither the edges nor the angles are equal. So if you see here, this is A, this is B, this is C. So A not equal to B, not equal to C. And coming to the angles, this is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma. So alpha is not equal to beta, not equal to gamma. Then how many types of arrangements are there? There is only one possible type of arrangement here. Only one type of arrangement, that is primitive. In primitive, what we have seen? There will be atoms only at the corners of the unit cell. Only at the 8 corners we have the atoms. Then we are going to call it as simple triclinic or triclinic P. Now the 6th one is trigonal or rhombohedral. Trigonal is also called as rhombohedral system. So in trigonal crystals, angle between each pair of crystal axes is the same, but it is not equal to 90. Means alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, but it is not equal to 90. They are not mutually perpendicular. They are different, but the angles will be less than 120. And the length of the edges are equal. A is equal to B equal to C. So in trigonal system, what we are seeing here, A equal to B equal to C. So we are writing them as A and A because they are equal. And angle alpha, beta, gamma, they are equal but not equal to 90 degree. So these angles alpha, alpha and alpha. Why we are writing all of them as alpha? Because they are equal. But the angle, if you see here, they are not 90, less than 120. Now, this also has only one possible type of arrangement, which is simple. Here we are calling it as trigonal R. We have atoms only at the corners. So we are calling it as, most of the times we call it as primitive, but here we call it as trigonal R, regular arrangement. So trigonal R, where we have atoms at all the 8 corners of the unit cell. Now the last crystal system out of the 7 is the hexagonal system. So in hexagonal system, 2 of the axes are 120 degree apart, while the third axis is perpendicular to both of them. So what we see here is gamma is 120 and alpha beta is equal to 90. And the length of the edges is the same, where the angle is 120 apart. So A is equal to B but not equal to C. So coming to the type of arrangement, there is only one possible type of arrangement, that is simple hexagonal P. Hexa, when we say hexa, in a hexa arrangement, there will be, if you see here on the top also, you will have 6 here, sides like this. Here also you have 6. When it is coming to the lattice parameters, there are 3, A, B and C. So what we have here now is, it will have lattice points at all the 12 corners. Why 12 corners here? Because of the hexagonal arrangement. In hexagonal, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 here, and again we have 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has lattice points at all the 12 corners of the hexagonal unit, and 2 lattice points, one at the base and the other at the top. So this is at the top and this is at the base. This we call as hexagonal P. So in a hexagonal system, we have 12 corners, we have atoms at all the 12 corners, and also 2 atoms, one at the center of the top face and one at the base. Now if we see everything in a chart, what we have seen here for a cubic system, A is equal to B is equal to C, the length of the edges are equal, the angles are also equal. And here we are having 3 different systems. We have seen it has P, I and F. It is having P, I and F. Then coming to tetragonal, A is equal to B but not equal to C. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is 90. There are only 2 different types of arrangement. We have seen P and I. P is primitive, I is body centered, one more atom at the center. Next comes orthorhombic. So for orthorhombic, what is the condition? A not equal to B not equal to C, but alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is 90. There are 4 types of arrangement here. So what are the types of arrangement we have here? P, I, F and C. Here C is representing one atom at the bottom face and one at the top face. Next is monoclinic. So in monoclinic, A not equal to B not equal to C, Alpha is equal to beta is equal to 90 but not equal to gamma. And there are two different arrangements here, P and C. In triclinic, neither the edges are equal nor the angles are equal. A not equal to B not equal to C. Alpha not equal to beta not equal to gamma. They are not equal to 90 degree. We have only one type of arrangement, primitive. And in trigonal, A is equal to B is equal to C. Means the length of the edges are equal. And coming to the angles, alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is not equal to 90, but it should not be more than 120. It should be less than 120. And in hexagonal, A is equal to B not equal to C. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to 90 and gamma is equal to 120. We have B. Now, why we are talking about 14 Bravais lattices? We are talking about Bravais lattice, where we talk about the arrangement of atoms in a crystal. So these 7 crystal systems, each one of them can be arranged in different arrangements. So if you see the total, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 2, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if you take any type of crystal atom in the universe, we can arrange them only in 14 different ways, which fall under 7 crystal systems. So these arrangements, the scientist called them as Bravais lattices. So there are 14 Bravais lattices under 7 crystal systems. This is very important to understand because there are different types of structures that we find whenever a new crystal is found to study. If you know the lattice arrangement, then we can know about the properties of that crystal. So to understand the properties, what we first try to understand is the arrangement of crystals. So if they are arranged in a particular fashion, then it is very easy to study the properties. So we will conclude this lecture on Bravais lattice and crystal systems here. Thank you and see you again in the next lecture.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.